Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Michael, Michelle's husband. Um, just wanted to get on here and Michelle wants me kind of to explain how I had to deal with her getting cancer and how I dealt with that. I know she just did a video the other day of how she found out and everything, so I'm just gonna give my perspective or what happened with me with it. You know, when we were in the hospital, they were doing all kinds of different tests and everything, and it was real, stressful not knowing what was going on, and until they did that colonoscopy, and you know, I didn't really even totally know what a colonoscopy was. Like, obviously they go, up your rear end and with a little camera or something and check it out, and I figured they were gonna check the tear and see this pocket of pus or something that um, was inside of her, and they she went in the morning sometime. I think it was only 10 or 11, and it only lasted 45 minutes or an hour. And I was with Peyton. It was just me and Peyton at the hospital, and they said okay, Dr. O'Toole's wants to talk to you, and I'm like okay. So I guess we're just gonna talk about what they found. Michelle Michelle was still out of in recovery from the anesthesia and stuff. And he went to his office, and he kind of showed me a couple. He showed me a picture. He's like, we went inside, and he showed me a picture side by side, one of somebody's regular colon and what hers looked like. And hers, I mean, they're the good one. You could see, your colon. It's just a part of your inside intestines. I don't know, kind of where you poop out of. Um, Kind of showed it nice and clean, and then hers was, I mean, normal ones, about that big, and then hers was like that. You couldn't barely see through it at all. It was scary, and he was like, um, he's like, I've seen this thousands and thousands of times without getting a test of it done. He's like, but it's looking like it's cancerous. Wow, man, it hits you. Like, I couldn't believe it, man. Like, I can still like just feel it. I was just like just a ball drop, man. Like, wow, it's crazy. And Peyton's in there with me right then too. Like I'm just like looking at her, like just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, like, what is gonna happen now? What do we do? What do we do? I'm just going over my head like a mile a minute, thinking like every possible scenario about everything. And he assured me like, if you're gonna get cancer, this is what you want to get. This is very, very treatable. He kept reassuring me, and I was breaking down and crying. Like I didn't know what to think. It was just devastating. You know, and there's with Peyton with me right there too, and I was just she kept asking. She was asking, "What is that?" That's inside mommy. She's sick. It sucked really bad. Um, but you know, he kept reassuring us or reassuring me that everything was going to be fine, and we'll take you. They said, we want to get a CT scan or an MRI of of her liver and lungs because that's the first place it would spread. So that's what they were definitely worried about from there. Um, the biopsy is what I was thinking. We're waiting for a biopsy to come back, but it's going to take like 2 to 3 days to see, or maybe even up to like 5 days or something to see if it was cancerous or not. And yeah, so we went back. We went up to the wait back in her room in the hospital, like her main room or whatever, and waited for her to come in and sent her for a while. She finally came in, kind of all loopy, kind of doped up or whatever. Still getting out of the anesthesia she was under, and just like in the video Michelle put up a few days ago. Um, yeah, they kept saying they were saying to her like, all right, we'll get you ready. You got to get do your the scan of your liver and lungs, and she was so confused because yeah, they just told us um, the day before like we're gonna limit your scans because no, we're not supposed to do to anybody like that much radiation or whatever. It's not good unless it was completely necessary. And so that's when the nurse came in and said we're going to get you ready for this. Like she was like so confused, and I was just thinking like yeah, they she doesn't know. And I just kind of like looked at her and she kind of gave me a look like kind of like reassured her like I'll get her, just go on. And, after the nurse left, I had to. I still feel it, man. Like to tell someone, you have to tell somebody like they might die. Like there's something wrong with you, man. It's terrible. I feel like I'm trying to tell her right now. Like it's so hard. Break down and tell somebody that. And, told her. It was just like she said. She just kind of looked at me like it's fine. She was kind of crying like it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be okay. It's still hard to deal with. I mean, thinking about it all. And, I had to call. I think even before I went to the room and told her, I called her dad and her mom and let them know, and I called my parents and I even called my boss and told him like, look, man, I can't go. We were supposed to be on vacation that week, and I was supposed to go back to work in a few days. Like I was like, I can't make it in, man. I got like they're talking about doing surgery. I had to call everybody. Just explain to them, and she couldn't really do it. She was still kind of out of it, but she wanted everybody to know, and it's like over and over the same. It was not getting easier. You'd think after a couple of times if I get easy telling somebody, like, sucked. It sucks a lot. But she's a fighter. Yeah, we're gonna get through it all. It just takes time. About halfway through it now. So everything's looking good. Chemo is working, shrinking it down. Got two more chemo treatments and then another scan, and hopefully until it's even smaller, and go on from there. Surgery in a couple months to get all that crap out, and hopefully be good. That's my story of how I found out, and how I had to deal with it at the time. You just gotta be there with them and experience it and just reassure them and help. You gotta help her out as much as you can. I mean, I feel awful even like going to work all the time. It sucks. I mean, I guess it's good kind of good for Michelle. She gets to spend more time with Peyton. I used to be Peyton's favorite, and now she wants to have no boys allowed in her areas. Only girls allowed. Whatever. But it's cool. I know she likes her time with Peyton. It just under the circumstances sucks. But my boss, my work is working with me really good, letting me off when I need to, and being there for her when I need to be, and they're understandable, and that's awesome. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of my story of how I dealt with it, and my point of view on it all. If you guys got any questions, feel free to reach out and talk to me too. I mean, I'm here dealing with just the same as she is, but she, she's a fighter and she's doing really good. So we appreciate everybody that's following her and us through our journey with this. And hope to hear from you guys, and yeah, keep enjoying life. Short, long, lots of hit and misses with everything. But all right, adios, sayonara. Michael Hellman signing off.